Hey there, it's Dave Peacock from After Hours Advisors. A quick 2-minute note on a couple of things that came up. I had a service manager ask me about what's referred to as an active or a CSI delivery when we release an RO back to a customer, and I think it deserves some explanation. The last thing a customer touches before they leave the store, or the last impression, has got to be a good one. One of the things we do is we believe in congratulating a customer for being intelligent. So, an advisor is going to talk to that customer when they come to pick up the car. They're not going straight to a cashier. And the reason is we want them to edify or to congratulate them for being intelligent. Here's a good example. Gee, Fred, we changed the oil on your car. We replaced it with synthetic oil, the same thing that was in it. You're good for another 5,000 miles. And by the way, it was a great idea to change that coolant fluid because, as you and I could tell, there was actually particular matter floating around in there. It was dirty, and it was only good down to zero. You know, here in Pennsylvania, it's going to go below zero. So it's a great idea to change that coolant. What you get is a $280 oil change, but it was well worth it because we demonstrated the customer what the value was, and we talked to them at the end and make sure they understood the entire repair. We're the people who talked to them last. A good example of edification. My college roommate called me once and asked me a quick question. He said, I'm going to buy a shotgun for my son, and he's going to be duck hunting and goose hunting, and that's about all. He doesn't have a shotgun now, has never had one. What should I buy him? And I didn't bat an eye. I said a Browning pump shotgun, BPS. You want it Parkerized, you want it with the rubber grips. And he wrote everything down, and off he goes to our local big box store. And, of course, what's sitting next to it but a Remington Wingmaster at $200 less money. And he's looking at it, and in a fit of intelligence, he goes ahead and picks the Browning up and is walking toward the cashier. As he's walking along, now he has MS, so he walks with a bit of a gait. The manager rolled over, offered to carry the gun to the desk for him, and he said, by the way, Mr. Customer, you're going to love this gun. It ejects straight down. You never have brass flying in people's eyes. You can change ammunition on the fly by just locking the magazine out. So if a goose flies down the creek and you've got a duck load in, you can lock the magazine out and put one round of twos in and have a relatively good fighting chance. He says it's Parkerized. It doesn't shine in the sun, so you don't scare any birds. You don't ever tip yourself off that you're being there. Of course, when the brass ejects straight down, you never have floating brass out in your decoys either. He says the invector chokes, which are the best in the industry, pattern like solid barrels. He says, you're going to love this gun. So now Alex goes to the desk ready to pay the extra $200 because he's going to parrot those same things to his son when he gets home. That is making a customer's decision seem very intelligent. We need to do that every day in the service lane with everything that we sell. We need to make sure we congratulate them on keeping their car up the way it should be kept up, and then we've got to be the ones who show them exactly how to do it. That's a 2